This is the Sports Hounds Real Sports Bark Podcast, bringing you current events, news, NFL, NBA, MLB, soccer, UFC, boxing, and more. Make sure to hit us up on the website, thesportshound.com. And now, here's your host, Tigsta.
What is happening, everybody? Yes, I am back. I've been on a hiatus, was on vacation, took a little trip to Las Vegas, Nevada, and then headed on over to Los Angeles. Let's get into some news and some info on this sports agenda today. In case y'all don't know, a couple of weeks ago I think it was when the WNBA held its annual draft, the Las Vegas Aces, which was once the San Antonio Stars, if I'm correct. They moved to Las Vegas and became the Las Vegas Stars. They have selected with the number one pick, A'ja Wilson out of South Carolina, 6'5" forward. This girl can play. Y'all know who she is. If y'all been paying attention to the women's NCAA tournament, she does her thing. Now, reason why I'm bringing up Vegas is because since I just came from out that way, they are really hyped on getting sports teams. Currently, what they're really excited about is in NHL with the Las Vegas. Well, not even the Las Vegas. They call themselves the Vegas Golden Knights. This team has came to play. They are now awaiting the winner from Game 7 of the Western Conference side of the playoffs of the National Hockey League. They took down the San Jose Sharks. If I'm correct, it was 6 games, I think it was. 6 or 5 games, I think it was. And now they're just waiting for the Western Conference Finals to jump off, and they're waiting for the next victim because they're that good. Vegas is so amped up over their Golden Knights. I went by the New York Hotel, and on the Statue of Liberty, if you guys have not been there, on the Strip, they have a large replica of the Statue of Liberty, and she was wearing a Vegas Golden Knights jersey. So they're amped up and hyped for their hockey team, man. And if this team wins it all and they happen to win the Stanley Cup, man, the Strip will be a wonderful place to have a parade. I'm telling you. And of course, you know, the Oakland Raiders will be moving to Vegas in a couple of years. 2020, they're scheduled to open up their new stadium August 1st. I think it's August 1st or August 3rd. One of the two. To open up their new stadium in Las Vegas off the Strip. That should be something spectacular because I've done seen all the blueprints and the computer-generated schematics of the new stadium, and it's going to be a sight to see, man. This stadium is going to be dope because they got to have a stadium where in the daytime it has a glass roof. The surrounding area of the stadium is glass also. Daytime, the glass will become tinted black, where it looks black from the outside to keep the sun from coming in, to keep it cool. But at night, the glass will return to being clear, and you'll be able to see the lights from the Strip from within inside the stadium. Dope, I'm telling you, this might be one of the best stadiums ever built. The grass it's going to be natural grass. The grass can roll outside of the stadium and be outside in the atmosphere to grow, be watered, and so forth. But yes, the stadium is going to be something spectacular, so I'm looking forward to that. Also in the news, we have the NBA playoffs jumping off, and we are down to the final 4 teams, ladies and gentlemen. We have out of the Western Conference, the Houston Rockets versus the Golden State Warriors. And the Rockets have the number 1 seed. So we'll be starting off in Houston on Monday. This coming Monday, which will be the 14th of May. That should be a damn good series because all in all, what I'm looking at is the fact that Houston did what they had to do to improve, to compete with and try to beat the team like the Golden State Warriors since they have a chokehold on the Western Conference. But the thing that I'm looking at with the Warriors is a good team, but they pretty much stayed pat after winning last year, and other teams are doing what they can to catch up to them. So I want to see exactly how wide or how small this gap is between Houston and Golden State. Houston took the regular season series. I think they played 3 games, and Houston won 2 out of 3. Um, Houston has the number 1 seed. They have the best record. I think they came in with 65 wins, I think, on the season. But yeah, that series starts off on Monday. That should be real good. Now, out of the East, and we'll get back to what I pick as far as the series and who's going to win and so forth and what to look forward to. But let me cover the East before we get back to the West and then cover the East after that also. The East has, once again, LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers will be facing the Boston Celtics. Now, this matchup will be a good one. Boston is overachieving, minus Kyrie Irving and Hayward. But the thing that I see with this team is more based on system scheme. That this team is successful. You kind of could put them in the same rank as the San Antonio Spurs, where they go through switching out different stars and players and get the same result. The New England Patriots, the one constant is Tom Brady, but if you put all these different other positions, receivers, running backs, defensive players, and so forth, they still get the same result. It's born on scheme. It's born on scheme. So I'm looking at Boston like it's a possibility that is their scheme is a nice scheme and they got the right pieces in place. I'm looking forward to this matchup. I wish Curry was playing to see Curry go up against his former team. Oh my goodness, that would have been something else to witness. Man, LeBron versus Kyrie. But I mean, we have what it is. As you know, Cleveland made a couple of trades during the regular season, revamping their roster with youth. Um, so is I expect Cleveland to take this. Um, it all depends on LeBron's performance, which that's something that you never doubt because the dude brings a lunch pail and a blue collar to work every day. So the dude plays, but I want to see what the rest of the team does and what is the objective as far as what Boston is going to throw at Cleveland. Is it going to be to take the ball out of LeBron's hands, or are you going to push off Cleveland's shooters from the 3-point range, which that's where they hurt you at because when LeBron handles the ball and if the defense collapse on him, he always makes the right decision to find the open man for the 3. But we'll see what happens. That should be a good matchup. So, okay, let's go back to the West. What my expectations for the Golden State Warriors and Houston Rockets. In this series, I expect Houston to win. And I'm going to pick them in about 6 or 7 games. 6 or 7, Houston will win, with the home court being the advantage in this series. Whoever wins on the other team's court, I think will win. I think Houston will pull a win out of Golden State before Golden State pulls one in Houston. Houston is built to be able to handle the firepower that the Warriors have with Chris Paul, and Harden. So I'm expecting that series to go ahead and go about 6 or 7. We'll see. Hopefully it's a good series, and I hope it does go 7 because, I mean, how exciting is that to see two powerhouses in the West just to go toe-to-toe, and the last man standing gets the nod to go into the championship series versus the Eastern champion. So, once again, that series starts on Monday. Cleveland and Boston starts Sunday. So, this Sunday, Game 1 will be Cleveland and Boston, and it will be taking place, matter of fact, I think that they take place in. I think Boston has the home court advantage if I remember correctly, because Cleveland just took down the Toronto Raptors in 4 straight. They swept them. Boston took care of who did Boston have? Boston had Philadelphia. They just finished Philadelphia off yesterday, taking that series 4-1. Like I said, Cleveland won 4-0 to get to this point. In the West, you had the Warriors winning 4 out of 5. They went 5 games and they've beat the Pelicans 4-1. And then you had Houston beating Utah 4-1 also in that series. So that's where we're at now. We're in the Final Four of the NBA Eastern and Western Conference Finals. I'm looking forward to see what happens from this and go into the finals and who is going to be facing who. The NBA lottery will be taking place next week also on, I think, Wednesday, the 16th. Um, that's kind of interesting too. We'll see how these balls, these ping pong balls, fall into place for these NBA teams that didn't make the playoffs. Plus, don't forget that Cleveland still holds the New Jersey Nets first round pick, so Cleveland can end up with. We'll see where the balls land, like I said, and then we'll see where the Nets pick is. But that goes to Cleveland. I don't think it's protected, if I remember right, but I'm not sure. We'll look that up another time. But yeah, all in all. The NFL has started their mini camps. We had the draft a couple of weeks ago. Um, we had Baker Mayfield going number 1 to Cleveland. Um, whether that is a good move, we have to wait and see. Baker Mayfield is a big, strong quarterback. Some people question his personality, kind of links it and throws it in the same boat as Johnny Manziel, but I don't think it's that much of a concern for Cleveland. But that he's not going to start anyway. Tyrod Taylor is going to start for Cleveland, and they're going to groom Baker Mayfield to be their franchise quarterback in the future. So they had some good moves going on in football. Let me see what else. You have the Oakland Raiders trading back from 10 to 15, picking up the offensive tackle from UCLA, Miller. You had them also getting the third and fifth pick from Arizona, which who they traded with, and taking the third pick from that trade and flipping it to Pittsburgh for Martavis Bryant, receiver, 6'4" receiver out of Pittsburgh. They got him, and then they took the fifth round pick they got from Pittsburgh, or not from Pittsburgh, but from Arizona in that trade, and flipped it and drafted Arden Key, defensive end from LSU. You had some movement. A few quarterbacks went off the board. You had Saquon Barkley getting drafted by the Giants at number 2. Was it Josh Allen that went to Buffalo? I think it was. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to the regular season. Preseason exactly. I want to see preseason just to see what these youngsters and these new draft picks, what they come out and do. The 49ers took the offensive tackle from Notre Dame, the number 1 ranked offensive tackle. So that's good to go ahead and protect Garoppolo's blind side, to build around that. So that's a good solid piece for them. I'm trying to think of the picks that stand out the most to me. Those are the main ones I see that made, but they had some good picks too. Don't get me wrong. I think Cleveland with the 4th pick, they kept the 4th pick, and I think they took either, was it the safety from Florida State, or they took the corner from Alabama. One of the two. It was a secondary position that they filled with that 4th pick. So that did its thing. Then you had, what else made sense? I think Chubb went to Denver. They went to Denver, so they're gonna pair him up with Von Miller. That's a good little 1-2 right there on their defense also. So that's we, you know what I mean. So AFC West, they better have some offensive protection, because they're gonna bring the heat with those two. And that's gonna be something to watch also this regular season. So all in all, man, that's all I'm going to bring to you this time. Like I said, I just came off of vacation. I'm working on a documentary Once I get ready and get the editing and everything going, I still have some more filming to do, and I'll let you guys in on that one. It's not a sports one, but I do have a sports documentary in the near future of a former late baseball great who once played and passed away, unfortunately. But I'm not going to give you any more hints but that. The only other hints I give you is the Oakland A's and the Pittsburgh Pirates that he once played for, but we're going to leave it at that. I'm working on something special, but that's in the near future. That will be sports related, so we'll cover that one. All in all, man, I'm feeling good, baby. These games is getting intense. The NBA championship is coming upon us. We got NFL June, the mini camps and the rookie mini camps and everything is jumping off now. We got the NBA lottery coming, the NBA draft in June. We have the NHL Western and Eastern Conference Championships is upon us, which should start this coming week, and then we'll be into the Stanley Cup race. Baseball is jumping off. We have two no-nos going on this year. I think one was with the first one was with the Oakland A's, and the second one was who was the second? Was Seattle Mariners? I think the Seattle Mariners threw a no-no just the other day. So, man, there's a lot of things going on. But I can't wait. I'm going to let all the information just gather up so I can hit you with more. This is episode 12 of the Sports Hounds Real Sports Bark podcast with yours truly, Tixter. It has been a pleasure talking to you guys. Give us some feedback. Send us emails at contact@thesportshound.com. Yeah, man, follow us on the social media, Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. We here, you know what I mean? I'm not going nowhere. We're going to expand the show in a moment. We have blogs for you to check out on our website at thesportshound.com. Stay tuned. Share us, like us, and support us, man. I appreciate all those who are taking part in helping us grow. I look forward in bringing new content. Soon we're going to have interviews of athletes and so forth. So just keep it tuned. Spread the word. Real Sports Bark from the Sports Hound. We're here. Check us out on iTunes. We have episodes getting ready to be dropped on iTunes. We have one there now, but we're going to release all the previous episodes on iTunes also, so it's free to check it out, listen to it, enjoy it, leave us comments and so forth. But all in all, in the meantime and in between time, you do your thing and I do mine. This has been the Sports Hounds Real Sports Bark podcast with Tixter, and I look forward to seeing you guys and giving you better content and more content. So stay tuned, and I'm out.
Thanks for checking out the Sports Hounds Real Sports Bark podcast. For more exclusive content, follow us on all social media. Twitter, SportsHound 24/7. Instagram, SportsHound Media. Facebook, SportsHound Media. And on the website at thesportshound.com. And tell your damn friends about the hottest sports podcast on the web.